At number 10, we have the elephant beetle. This large insect can be found starting in July and ending in August on coconut palm trees between the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. It's a rare bug, so don't expect to find it easily, especially between 5 and 11 p.m. Nook will buy this sucker off of you for a whopping 8,000 bells. That's a lot of moolah. But we're just getting started on this list though, so hold on to your nets. At number 9 is the famous Atlas beetle. It can be found at the same place as elephant beetles, but it can be found starting in June instead of July. Even though its season is longer, in my personal experience, I have had a harder time finding these beetles than the elephant, making it slightly higher on this list. The hours are the same as the elephant as well, peaking at 11 p.m. Like the former, this bug is also worth 8,000 bells at Nook's shop. Now for number 8 on this list, which is the long-mandibled insect, the Cyclomatic Beetle. This was actually the first palm tree beetle that I saw in Animal Crossing City Folk, so I was surprised and really excited about catching it. In terms of where and when to find the Cyclomatic, just refer to my number 10 entry on this list. Price-wise, it's the same as the previous two, selling for 8,000 bells. Number 7 on the list is actually not an insect at all, but an arachnid. No, it's not a spider, it's a scorpion. Now, scorpions can be found scuttling around on the ground between the months of July and September, and between the hours of 7 p.m. and 4 a.m. They're different than most bugs because if you take your net out near them, they will most likely come after you and sting you, forcing you to wake up in front of your house after you pass out on the ground. Scorpions are worth 8,000 bells, just like all of the others so far on this list. Here's a little trivia about scorpions. If you leave your town's gate open, no scorpions will show up. So if you don't feel like getting mauled by one, just open the gate. At number 6 is everyone's favorite hairy spider, the tarantula. Now, tarantulas are basically the same as scorpions, except slightly more rare in my experience. It, just like scorpions, will not show up if your town gate is open. Nook will take one off of your hands for 8,000 bells, just like the scorpion. And all of the others on the list so far. I'm sensing a pattern here. Are all of them going to be 8,000 bells? Nah. Our number 5 is a special one. Why, you might ask? Because it's the only one on this list that I haven't caught in my life yet. So why is it only number 5 and not number 1, you may ask? The reason is I've seen it more times than the later entries in this list, so it's not as rare, but it's just so darn fast that I haven't been able to catch it yet. The bug in question is the giant petal tail. Yep, a dragonfly that you can find between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. in the months of August until October. This is the last one on this list that is worth 8,000 bells at Nook's. I promise. Maybe. At number 4, we have yet another beetle, aptly named the giant beetle. It's definitely not the largest bug in the game, but it's still pretty big. It's really rare too, only being able to find it on trees from 11 p.m. until 8 a.m. between the months of June and August. I find that it's a mysterious beetle, only showing up in the very late night. It's like a dark color too, so it's just like, it's mysterious and stuff. Anyway, sorry, off topic. If you catch one, you should definitely sell it to Tom Nook, because that sucker is worth 10,000 bells. The number 3 spot on this list goes to, in my opinion, the most beautiful looking bug in the game. Yes, it's the rainbow stag. It's worth 10,000 bells just like the giant beetle, but I seem to find less of these than the latter. You can find them on trees between 5 p.m. and 8 a.m. in June through September. At number 2 is the largest beetle in the game, the Hercules Beetle. Found on palm trees between the hours of 5 p.m. to 8 a.m., peaking at 11 p.m., and within the months of July and August, this beetle is tied with the number 1 for being the most expensive bug in the game at 12,000 bells. I've only caught a few of these babies in my life, and it was satisfying each and every time. Now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. The rarest bug in Animal Crossing City Folk is... drumroll... the Golden Stag. Animal Crossing fans probably saw this one coming even before they watched the video. You can only find these guys on palm trees between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 a.m., but in reality, if you even see one at all, you'll most likely find one starting at 11 p.m. and between the months of July and August. Like I previously said, it is tied for selling price with the Hercules Beetle at 12,000 bells. A funny bit of trivia about the last 2 bugs on this list. If you donate both the Hercules Beetle and the Golden Stag to the museum, they will both be on a stump constantly bumping into each other and taking turns flipping each other over. It's pretty hilarious to watch for a couple times. I mean, it gets boring after a while, but, you know, it was entertaining the first time I saw it because I didn't know that they did that.